What's up, everybody? This is Life.
What it do, y'all? It's your boy Swallow.
And this is Adrian.
And this is Just Do the Damn Thing podcast.
Do the damn thing, do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do my damn thing. I'ma do my damn.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're getting into the product of the week. The product of the week this week is the same as last week. We're going to continue doing the OMG love because we need to spread more love around this world. Yes, sir. So if you go to the website, theomgbrand.com, you can go to the store and do the damn thing.
Get it. All right, guys. So thank you for tapping back in with us for another episode of Just Do the Damn Thing. On today's episode, we're going to talk about something that we want to take up and something that we have to let go. We will say we're not perfect. We don't come onto this podcast trying to preach to you guys and try to tell you how perfect we are and how we have everything figured out. No, we have flaws. So we'll say something that we want to let go, and then we'll say something that we want to take up. So I'll go ahead and go first, and
Yes,
I will say that one thing that I really want to let go is caring less what other people think. This type of thinking is very detrimental. It's very weak. It ruins confidence, especially in the workplace. I want to say that's somewhere where I struggle with it, especially because, excuse me, I know we all make mistakes, right? At work, nobody's flawless, but I don't like making mistakes at work because I don't like to seem like I'm incompetent. You know what I mean? I'm not capable of doing the job, you know? So if I do make a mistake, I'll try to like beat around the bush or like try to deflect the blame, you know what I mean? And it's just mostly at work. It's with other things I don't care so much, but with work especially, I like to show that I'm competent and confident and I can do these things and I'm capable of doing the job. But ultimately, I need to just own up to the mistakes. I need to do a better job of that and just accepting them and learning from them. Mistakes I've talked about in other videos. Mistakes are great. Everybody should not be afraid to make mistakes because they make you grow, they make you better, and you'll never make that same mistake again, or at least you would hope so.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You said caring less what people think. Can you elaborate?
Right. Okay.
That phrasing, the way you said it.
Right. I don't know if I phrased it wrong. I'm sorry if it like caused any confusion, but I need to like, I need to care less what people think about me and my performance.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, because I care too much and I don't want to seem incompetent to them. And ultimately,
so you need to let go of caring too much what people
right.
think.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, because ultimately, if you're not competent and you can't do the job, it's gonna show eventually.
Yeah.
It's gonna show in your work over time if you can't do it.
And that's still one of my demons too, so I feel you on that
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you are capable of doing the job, it is gonna show over time. Your work is gonna speak for itself, and mistakes are gonna come with it. You know what I mean? Mistakes are part of the process. So don't be afraid to make these mistakes. Don't be afraid to own up to them and say, you know what, I messed up, but I'm gonna learn from this. Even if you make the mistake in front of your boss or whatever it may be, if they're a good boss, they'll be forgiving and they'll be understanding and know that, you know what, he made this mistake, but it doesn't happen often, and he is good at his job, and they'll let it slide. You know what I mean? As long as you don't do it again.
I think you need to just think of yourself as a lifelong student, like
switch my thinking to that.
Yeah, because that's how I always go into it, is that I'm always learning. You're never gonna be, not saying you're never gonna be great at things, but that you're just like never gonna be perfect at things, and things evolve and change over time. So it's good.
What's going on over
I know, I know
why
it's
that's
super distracting.
Okay, all right, go on.
Things evolve and change over time. For example, education, like for me, that could be a struggle for the fact that I'm the teacher. So the kids are looking at me to know everything.
Exactly.
They're looking at me to have all the answers.
That's a tough position to be in.
And I admit to them all the time, like, teachers don't, they might, other teachers might not say it, but we don't know everything. We don't.
100%.
And So I'm gonna be real and say, I don't know. You should look that up and let me know. Like, that's a good question.
Right.
You know, to say it's good for them to be inquisitive, to ask questions, and I'm not always gonna have the answer, and that's okay. To show that vulnerability of saying, like, you're gonna mess up. Or there's times where I did, like, we just did an assignment. I had them do an assignment where they were reading the Declaration of Independence. And it was the real Declaration of Independence. And it was difficult, even for me to read.
It's hard to read, right?
It really hard. And I went home and struggled with the fact that I was frustrated with them not trying harder to interpret it, because the job was I split it into pieces and had them, each group was supposed to interpret it.
Right.
And I was frustrated because I was like, why aren't they? And I was like, but really, like, it's hard. It's hard for them to read. And I had to say, I messed up. I should have found a more student-friendly version of this. Therefore, I'm gonna just throw it away, and we're gonna do something else. And it's okay. Like, things like that happen, and you just gotta say, you know what? I'm gonna grow from this and be better next time. And I tell them all the time, just be better than you were. Like, that's all anybody can ever ask.
Yep. Yeah. So that's something I'm definitely working on. Especially in, like I said, it's mostly in the workplace when we're out, we're doing this, we're doing music, whatever. If I make them, oh crap, I messed up, like, oh, let me fix this, whatever it may be, you know. But it's something about the workplace, I don't know, trying to show that you're competent and that you can do the job. Just, it kind of holds me back. But I'm going to make a conscious effort to just own up to the mistakes and let the work speak for itself.
Yeah.
And I would say that something that I want to take up would be taking more risk and sacrificing more.
Okay.
Yeah, especially with what we're trying to build with the brand that we're building and our music and all the things.
Risk.
Yeah, all the things that we have going on. You know, the risk part of it, I feel like I'm doing it. Maybe I could take bigger risk. You know, like, we invest money into the brand all the time, invest money into our music all the time. Like, if you guys don't know, making music is expensive.
Super.
Just the simple mixtape that your homie is doing, not you specifically, I put it this way, but the mixtape that your homie's doing in your city, and you think, oh, he's just going to somebody's house and they're recording in his room, whatever. Like, it's expensive. You gotta pay for studio time, you gotta pay for beats, you gotta pay for mixing, mastering, you gotta pay for artwork, marketing. It's expensive. So I feel like I need to take a bigger risk in investing more money into that. Take a risk in making, trying maybe different styles of music, which I've been doing recently with my latest album, the Sage Cam.
Yeah.
Like, that was a totally different sound from, you know, all music that I've done prior to that. And then also with the sacrifice. Sometimes I feel like I don't sacrifice enough. I feel like I'm good with my routine. I'm good with where I'm at. I'm productive. I get things done. But, you know, sometimes it should be okay to break that routine and make some sacrifices that's better for your goals, for the brand.
Overall, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or whatever it may be. Because I know I see all these success stories online, and these guys sacrifice a lot. Like,
Man.
I was sleeping in my car for 2 years, just grinding, you know what I mean? Things like that.
Exactly.
I'm like, I ain't never did nothing like that.
Man.
You know what I mean? So sometimes I feel like maybe I'm not where I want to be because I'm not doing a big old sacrifice like living in my car or something crazy like that. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
So I feel like I definitely need to make some more sacrifices. I know it's a small one, but I sacrifice coming in here every Sunday. And we do it because this is what works for us. But as you guys know, I love football. Like, I don't watch much TV. But one thing I love to watch is the NFL. I'll watch it from 10 in the morning to 8:30 at night, all day, literally. I will sit there and watch it, but I'm sacrificing that time for what? For the betterment of the brand, to get the podcast, create the content, push the brand, you know. So I'm starting to take small steps, you know what I mean?
I get you. I get
Sacrificing a little bit at a time. Like I said, might not seem like much to you guys, but football is much more than just a game to me. But those are mine. I don't know who wants to share next.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go. So one thing that I want to let go, kind of tags onto yours a little bit, but is having a negative mindset. I'm very, very, very doubtful of myself, and again, I talked about this in a previous podcast. Joel will tell you, like, I am my own worst critic. So more so, I don't even like think about I think it would be even worse if I thought about what other people thought.
Uh-huh.
I'm worse on myself to say I messed it up. I know I did because I didn't do whatever I
like
planned.
that with my music.
I'm like that with everything. With everything. So if it don't come out the way I wanted, I'm not even thinking about how somebody else might. Because I have a lot of people that, and I'm not saying this, that they do placate, but you people say it's not that bad or whatever. And in my head, I'm like, no, I messed it up. And not even thinking like nobody else cares that much but me.
Right.
And he'll get on me about that a lot. Like, you did fine. It's fine. Like, why are you so, like, you always do this? And he says that about, like, when I was in college, I was like, oh, I know I did bad on that paper. Oh, I know I'm going to fail this class. And I get straight A's.
Yeah.
And not to, not bragging, I'm tough on myself because I want things, like, kind of going back to what you said, you want things to be right and you don't want things to look bad. So with, like, the students, I will be real with them. But then every year I'm like, dang, if I could do this year over. If I could do this year over, I would have did this, and this instead. If I could do this over, I could do it. It's like every year I think about how can I revamp and make my class better? How can I make it better for them? How can I teach it better? What can I instill in them? How can I? And every year I feel like I mess it up and it's already too late. Now I got to do it over again next year. And
which there's nothing wrong with holding yourself to a high standard, but but you also have to have that understanding that it's not going to be perfect. And making those mistakes is part of the process.
Yes, and I guess that's the funny thing is, like, I'll tell somebody that, oh, well, just like I just said it to you, and I'll tell my kids that. But I won't, when it comes to my own self, I'm like, no, but I need to be here. And you're like, well, you might be climbing that mountain forever, and you might slip back down and climb back up and slip back down. You might not ever get to the top. Maybe you will one time. And, like, I think about all my lessons. I'm like, ooh, that one I thought was going to fall on its face went great. Or that one I was like, had a feeling, especially when you kind of have a feeling it might not go well. But I think that's the problem, negative mindset. You're already thinking it's going to go bad. So now you're feeding it that energy.
Yeah.
And now it's just, of course it's going to fester because you gave it that. So now it's already starting off on a bad note because you didn't even give it a chance. And I do that a lot. So I'll be like, oh, well, this is not like that Declaration of Independence example. I had a feeling it wasn't going to go right. Just because, but then, you know what slapped me in the face with it is that several groups, because I had 5 periods every day of history. Okay. And out of those 5 periods, at least 2 groups per class was like, because they were supposed to present their part to the rest of the class and teach the rest of the class their part that they learned. At least 2 groups came up to me, like individual students from each group, and said, we're not doing the presentation anymore. And I was like, no. They were like, oh, we were ready. Oh, like we worked hard on that. And I felt terrible. Like I felt like it was more struggling than not. Right. But I should have let them struggle through it at the end of the day, I think, because the lesson in it is not necessarily that they got it perfect, like you just said. It's like, did you try? Yeah, did you put the effort in? Like, you guys had 4 people in your group that you could have bounced ideas off of. It was for them to work together as a team and learn how to work together, because they haven't done that in a year and a half, over almost 2 years, because they've been distance learning. And before that, we used to do group stuff all the time, but then COVID said you couldn't do group stuff. And so they need to learn how to work together again. They don't know how to do that. And that was more so what I was trying to get out of it. But yet I gave up because I felt like I messed up. Yeah. So again, negative mindset. And I have that with a lot of things. Like, I'll tell Joe, oh, I'm a horrible mother. Sometimes I feel like that. And he was like, you're doing fine. What are you talking about? I will say this. Something to combat having a negative mindset is having a gratitude mindset. Or a gratitude attitude, as people like to say. I like that. Gratitude attitude. I've never heard that. Gratitude attitude. Oh, you haven't? Oh, it's a thing on the internet. Nice. But nice. I would say practicing gratitude more will change your mindset from focusing on the negative, and you literally focus on the positive. Okay. So I would highly recommend that. Okay. So that'll be something I just try to go in and say, you know what, like I just told you, or like we just said, did I try my hardest? Maybe I could have done this differently, but all I can do is move forward and do that differently next time, or not do that at all. Or you're going to make mistakes. That's part of growth. But again, I'm my own worst critic. I think we all are. And so the worst person that's hard on, nobody's going to be harder on me than me. You know what I mean? And so, especially when I felt like I could have did better. So negative mindset is something I think we all need to work on, and universally, maybe some more than others. Me, speaking to me, I am some. But yeah. Okay, so something I need to take up, I would say, would be better care of myself, health-wise, mentally, like I just said, negative mindset, physically, definitely. So I love food.
I think we all
I
do.
love food. Probably in spite of my health, though. I think that's number one problem with most people, right? Is in spite of our health, we like In-N-Out or wherever, you know, or Chili's or wherever, pizza or something.
Right.
And so you're like, treadmill and or pizza. Well, that's easy, you know.
Yeah.
And I think I need to, like you said, like we said last episode, don't take life for granted, or don't take our health for granted, because you know, we only get one body in, and I'm not doing a very good job taking care of it, and I need to be better about all around, just, and not to say, because you know what is for me with health, and again, not going on a tangent, but I love to do that sometimes. I guess.
Real quick, go ahead.
Is that I feel like, oh, if I didn't do 30 minutes of workout, then I failed. But it's like 10 is, you can start at 10. Like, you can start with just do 5,000 steps a day. Like, that's not a lot. Like, start somewhere. The point is to start to do more than sitting on the couch, whatever that is. That might mean getting up and do 10 lunges in front of the couch, and then you sit back
while
down.
You're watching TV, you sit down.
Yeah, well,
that's 10
they
more
say
than you did yesterday.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. People say, like, in the commercial, just do some squats while the commercial's going on, and then when it goes off, sit back down. But or just today decide you're going to drink nothing but water all day. Just little things, and I have to remember, like, I have to do the little steps, and it may not be, oh, I'm doing 30 minutes of workout a day, eating so many calories, doing my steps, drinking all my water, everything at once, because maybe that's too big of a mountain for me to tackle. Maybe like with the meditation thing, sometimes I get, I'm tired, I'm like, I don't feel like it, but it's start 2 minutes, 5 minutes, something small, so health all around needs to be better. I think, again, never gonna be perfect at it, but trying to take up being healthy overall, mentally, physically.
One step at a time, and as long as you just do it, just do the damn thing.
Yes.
Exactly.
Apply yourself and just do it.
And some days are gonna be better than others. Some days are gonna fail. Some days you're gonna do awesome. Some days you're just gonna do okay.
It's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get back up. So
as long as you don't quit.
Don't quit.
And then what I want to add real quick was doing it gradually, taking the baby steps builds that discipline, which allows you to build on that. You had more reps, more time in the gym, whatever it may be, because ultimately it comes down to the discipline. Is, are you disciplined enough to hold yourself accountable to be doing these things, And if you got like this big old goal and you're trying to do it all at once, you can't do it. You don't have the discipline to do it yet, So you just have to start slowly, work yourself up, and before you know it.
I agree with that.
All right, Mr. Harris.
So
Put your government out there.
It's my turn, I guess. So my thing that I want to give up would be procrastination.
Ooh. That's me too.
I think that's so many people. And I mean, a lot of us out here have the same types of struggles. A lot of us do. And a lot of us want to get rid of those same type of struggles. And mine the one that I'm thinking of the most at this moment would be procrastination. I hate the fact that sometimes I know I could do something and I just don't do it.
Yeah.
Or you put it off.
Or I put it off and say, you know what, I could do this later.
And why do you do that?
Huh?
And why do you do that?
And why do that? Because I always think of that I could just do it later.
Oh, okay.
Because that's just the whole thing. It's just, that's literally the mindset, well, my mindset. I don't know why other people do it, but it's always, I'm very nonchalant, and she knows this as well. So like, sometimes I'm too nonchalant about things. And so when something needs to be done, I'm like, we have all the time in the world. We're good. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna be able to do this tomorrow. It's not going anywhere. I'm gonna be able to do it.
This is a constant small argument within our marriage. It's like, why does it always have to be later? Why can't it be, you know what, we got time, let's just do it.
Just do it right now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the thing. It's just like trying to do things right when I think about doing them. And I know that she talks about all the time. It happens. But getting myself to do that is the thing. So
It's
you
true.
can say it until you're blue in the face, but until
it's
you
true.
actually make the action
is true.
myself, then no matter who says it, it's not going to really matter until I make the action. So that's the one thing I definitely want to give up. Because I know that I'm capable of so much more, and I know that it's not that I don't have the energy. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time it's just that I just feel like, you know, it's what it is.
Right. Right. It was like, so like let's say if you're playing some video game, she tells you take out the trash. Oh, I got the rest of the night to do it.
Exactly.
And you'll just stay playing the video game and you'll forget, or you won't do it till like midnight or something.
And then
Then
like,
I'm waking him up early in the morning. The trash is going. The trash is running.
And then the thing that I want to pick up is gonna combat that a lot. And one of the things is like you just said, doing the video game. So what happens is I forget a lot of things, and as life goes on, you start to get involved in more and more things. As a kid, you have no worries. You only have to think about a couple things, and so it's easy to remember.
Right.
But when you're older and you're thinking about bills and what am I going to do for the house? Is the yard going well? What I have to do for a kid, my wife, my dad, OMG, everything. Everything is on your damn mind. So if I'm playing the video game, she says take out the trash, I'm still thinking of all those other things. And then playing the video game, I get lost in it and I just forget about the trash can. I was like, so I end up going to sleep, and then I wake up, I'm like, damn. And then she says something, and I'm like, I already know, but I already know. So I'm already hard on myself when it comes to that.
So what did you say that you were gonna do?
I'm about to go into that.
Okay.
So the thing I want to pick up that I think will combat a lot of that is also something that we talk about. Me and her talk about is consistently writing things down all the time, and being to-do list and being more organized. So I should be able to get down to a T what my day is going to be like, at least try to cross off every single thing on that list. Now, of course, the wrenches are gonna be thrown in the mix or whatever. Life happens, but at least as soon as you have the time to do that specific thing that you have on your task list, do it. So if I'm sitting there watching a YouTube video and there's design this on the thing, I should immediately look at my task as I'm watching the video and be like, oh, I shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah,
and get right back on. Stop the video, go right back into designing. And I get distracted too easily, which is why I love that shirt, Stay Focused, because that's one thing that I need to do. Stay focused, write every single thing down, and be more organized, and have things in reach so that it's easy for me to get, and just mark everything down the list. That's pretty much it. Like, I think that helps with the situation of
definitely
of being a procrastinator.
Them to-do lists, man, I'm telling you guys, to-do list. Did you say you do the to-do list? To-do lists are amazing, Joe. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And I need to learn that, because I'm so old school too that I forget that I have the phone that I can just write it down real quick. I forget all the time that I have it to write it down.
Right.
So I need notebooks
I like
around
pen and
me.
paper. I do have lists in my phone, but
Pen and
something
paper help
about
you
writing
remember it better.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
and I like to be able to cross it off with it. Like, I don't know, it's just a different satisfaction of writing it down and crossing it off.
If I could, I would have pretty much the sized whiteboard that you have in your class in my freaking house somewhere. And every single day I wake up, that's the first thing I see is all those damn tasks that are on the wall. More likely it's going to be in my garage, because that's where I work most of the time and do most of the stuff I do on the computer, designing and posting stuff and all that kind of stuff. So when I go in there to work, somewhere on the garage wall, a huge whiteboard of every single thing that I'm going to do, all the tasks for the day, and just mark them off the list, and make it a big thing, because it should be all goals, whether it be not just my goals for OMG, but my goals for what's my house going to look like, what do I have to do for my daughter, what do I have to do for my wife, all those things that I want to do should be written down.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's it.
Yeah. I think he wants a whiteboard for Christmas.
I know. I have several of them. You know, you can take one. So.
Well, I did not know that.
Take one.
Take one, she said.
All right. That is about.
Because again, I'm a huge. He already knows that. You could go to my house and probably notebooks with to-do lists in it. Because I have to-do lists on my phone, but I'm a pen and paper. That's just me. I need to write it down. Like you said, it's better to remember that way, and I need to cross it off like with a pen and a paper. So I just take random, like I don't need a dry erase board. Just give me a little, school notebook or whatever, like notepad. I don't care. The
back of a receipt.
I've done that before. I don't care. Like, and I've seen to-do lists at Target. And I'm just like, what do I need that for? I just get a little 10-cent notebook. Yeah. And it'll be my to-do list notebook, and or whatever paper I find first. And like, especially when like I clean the house, I'm big on that. I'll like to do, and then I put every single item on there to keep myself in track because I'll forget things. And I'm a person just like him. I think we're all like that. We have 1,000 things going on in our brain. Yeah. And for me, it's a way to streamline and focus yourself. And I think that's why people are big proponents of to-do lists, because it keeps you like, okay, do this and then this. And don't move on to here until you're done with that. Yep. Like, don't skip around and hop around.
You don't want to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Because at the end, you don't end up doing anything proper.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I've done that before. It's the worst. Don't do it that way.
Yeah, exactly. So however you wrote it, it may not make sense. And then that's why you learn to do better to-do lists as you go. Especially with the house, like I'll start kitchen and write the things in the kitchen only. That way the kitchen gets done. And then, of course, there's going to be things you don't write down that you be like, oh yeah, I didn't write down microwave, but it needs to be clean. So you might just do it, but it keeps you on track of, here are the items that need to get done.
Exactly, and that's the thing that I want to do is just be more organized and write everything down and have a big goal list to do. Yeah. But yeah, that's the whole goal. That's my thing.
So what do you guys think? Let us know. We're going to be in the comment section with you guys. What is one thing that you want to give up? One thing that you want to take up? So with that, we're going to go ahead and hop into this ad reel. We wouldn't be able to be here without it. So just stay tuned. Give us about a minute or so.
This show is brought to you by Canoodle Studios, and Canoodle Studios is brought to you by South Valley Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Bullies got you down? Don't call mommy, call Tommy at South Valley Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Need a tow? Locked out or out of gas? They've got you covered 24/7 at Extreme Roadside. Contact them at 661-496-1751 and check them out on Facebook. Extreme Roadside, where they don't win customers, they earn them. For the best hairstylists in Bakersfield, visit Salon 33, located at 3015 Callaway Drive, Suite 7. Make sure you're looking fabulous at work or at play. Salon 33, now under new management. Make sure you check out Mr. Cigar for all your tobacco, glass, and vape needs. Special orders? No problem. Mr. Cigar has got you taken care of. Located at 4701 White Lane. Open daily. Let the Garcia family square away your solar investment. Their customers have seen an average of a 20% increase in solar production from a quarterly contract. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Squared Away Solar Panel Clean. Check out Mike Dilla's new album, Masterpiece, available August 20th on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, and all your favorite streaming platforms. Featuring the new single, World War III. You don't want to miss this prolific album. Would you like to see your business or project featured on Canoodle Studios? Get your advertisement in front of the customers you're looking for. Contact Canoodle Studios on Facebook for a quote today. Thank you for watching Canoodle Studios. Catch this and all our other fine shows right here or on any of your favorite.
All right, what's up, guys? Thank you for sticking around. We're going to go ahead and learn you something today.
Man, it's my favorite part.
Adrian, go ahead and take this first one.
Today I learned during the first Italo-Ethiopian War, General Orest Baratieri. Oh, nice. It sounded like it was right. Wanted to retreat, but was told Italy would prefer the loss of 2,000 or 3,000 men to be a dishonorable retreat. Dang. And so had to fight the Battle of Adwa. Italy lost the battle, 3,643 men, and was forced to retreat out of Ethiopia. So it didn't matter anyway.
I know you lost the men and you retreated. That is a terribly run military. That was awful.
So Battiati should have stuck with his gun, I guess.
Why was Italy at war with Ethiopia?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I
I teach history,
never
but
knew
I don't
this.
know. We don't know. I don't know everything in history. You know, it's too
You
much.
don't? No, I'm just kidding.
The kids. You sound like the kids. No.
No, look. Y'all get out my face.
I know. How is anybody supposed to remember all that? That's a lot of history.
Man.
Too much. History is happening every day. Every day a day passes is history
And
now.
there's so many
that's
countries, so many cities,
right?
so many
It's
Civilizations.
crazy, right? Each country has their own story, right? Like we have
Exactly.
our 1776, the revolution, all that.
So I could tell you a lot about that, but
Right. Then every other country has their own. That's amazing.
Hmm.
Joe, go ahead and get this next one.
Yes, sir. Today I learned that the platypus hunts by detecting electrical fields generated by its prey. When diving for food, they shut their eyes, nose, and ears and use their bill, which contains electroreceptors, to detect electrical impulses given off by the movement of shrimp and other small prey animals.
Cool.
That's
Dang, how the heck they developed that?
Hey,
That's crazy.
things under the sea.
Wait, what I'm most impressed with is how did he close his ears?
That's what I was thinking. Why was I thinking that? I
You were
was
thinking that
thinking
too?
that. I was like,
I want to hop
close
in the
your
pool and
ears.
close my ears like a platypus.
Well, how can you close your nose besides pinching it? Like,
Right? Yeah, right.
They don't
yeah.
have fingers.
That's true. Yeah, how do you close his nose and his ears? Platypus, let us know. Drop the comments below.
Give us some insight on what's going on in your life.
He got like
That's
windshield
crazy.
wipers in there. Windshields. I mean, what's it called? Door
Oh,
things.
yeah.
He has these closers in his nose that can just
It's just
and in the ears.
crank it up and.
And then all of a sudden he just starts feeling stuff.
Oh,
What is
goodness.
what is Bill at that?
The force be with you.
Man,
That's funny.
for real. What's next? Today I learned in the U.S. emails are considered abandoned after 180 days and accessible by law enforcement without a warrant. What does it matter if they're abandoned or not? I don't. What does that have to do with law enforcement?
Today I learned in the U.S. emails are considered abandoned after 180 days. Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay, so if somebody sent you something, if you don't look at it within 180 days, the law enforcement could just get in there
Yeah,
with no warrant.
because technically that's the same thing.
But had you read it, they couldn't get in there though, is what I'm assuming, right? Like you'd have to get a warrant at that point. Or no, it just says abandoned after 180 days. I don't know if that matters. Whether
Maybe
it's
that
open or
means
not.
just cease of any type of back and forth communication at
Right,
all. Like
okay.
maybe nothing happened after 180 days.
Make sure to reply to all your emails 179 days after receiving it.
Or just delete it
I mean,
all the way off the.
Oh, well, then they're gonna get into the Gmail server and.
Oh my God. Gmail, you better be. Google.
You don't want the CIA, FBI.
no,
on
so
your
that
ass.
tells me if you're gonna, commit a crime and you're talking to somebody about the crime, make sure you do it within the 180-day time span.
Oh, right. If
So
you're gonna
therefore-
get caught within 180 days, so they can't
Or
go through your email.
What that tells me is don't be talking shit in emails.
Yeah, no,
It's-
you probably don't want to talk about your crimes where it's traceable like
Man,
that.
all
Unless
you
you
should
got
do- all
something
you
like
should do
code
is,
going on.
Hey, call me.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, what if they tap your phone? Well, that's another story.
Do it
That's
like
a
a
whole nother thing.
professional. Meet the guy behind the alley in the middle of the night. So
nobody can see you.
They're gonna be like, why are these people behind Foods Co. at 3:30 in the morning? All right.
what's next?
Today I learned teenagers take more risk not only due to an undeveloped frontal cortex, but also due to a higher dopamine response that provides great rewards for novel activities. That's obvious.
Yeah.
My kids, these students is crazy. I'm just gonna tell y'all out
I
there
think
right
that
now.
I think dopamine. You guys remember that Cat Williams special? And he's like, "See, we've got a special chemical in it named fuck it." I think that's what dopamine is for teenagers.
For real.
Because I know
'cause
that was me. I was doing a bunch of crazy stuff and not even thinking about the consequences.
You can tell that's true just by looking at kids. You can tell they're doing stuff that they have an undeveloped mind.
They haven't thought it out
haven't
yet.
thought of
Not
anything
even
that
a
they're
little
doing.
bit. If only I could. I don't think I can share stories on here.
Sure, you ain't gotta
I
name
don't know.
nobody.
Just know that recently some kid got caught drunk at school. and they're 13.
In middle school at that.
Middle school.
It's not even high
Off
school.
whiskey. What did I say?
At least
And
when I was
was
high at
like-
school, I was in high school.
But okay,
See,
I didn't go to high school. I
that's
went
crazy.
to school high.
I would expect that. Almost. You know, you almost would expect
Yeah.
that. But drunk
I had
off whiskey?
I had some middle school kid come to Silver Creek Park and ask everybody if they wanted to buy meth from him. And I'm like, dude, what? You look like you're 12. What's going on right now? How do you even know how to
If
do
you
this?
approach the wrong person, they're just gonna beat you up
Exactly.
and take it from you.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
wanna
so
buy some
I can attest to working around teenagers all day. You'd be like, why did you think that was a good idea? You didn't think. That's the problem.
Yeah, or
Undeveloped frontal cortex, for
Man.
real.
and that dopamine for what is it? Provides greater rewards for novel activities like stealing a toilet. You guys hear about that? The devious licks.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever?
they told us about
Wow.
it in school because they were saying don't be doing any of that stuff. 'Cause they had to close. They started closing the bathrooms like so the kids couldn't do because they were like
They were stealing
breaking
soap dispensers.
Yeah,
toilets, toilet
paper, just stupid stuff.
You
For
know
no reason.
you know the reason why they have signs and don't do this shit is because somebody did the shit.
Yeah, that's the only
That's
reason
the
they
only
have
reason why
I'm
they
just
have
happy
If you
signs.
would
nobody
have steal,
tried.
nobody's gonna do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
Nobody gonna
it was
steal the toilet
some
paper.
stupid
People
TikTok
with developed
challenge.
minds would be like, that's
Oh, it
just
started with
common
TikTok?
sense.
Yes, and there
I'm
was
not
another one.
surprised.
It was another
Wow.
one talking about slap a teacher's ass.
Oh God, I hope
I
they
was
do.
like,
That's the
if
same
somebody
dumb
do that
stuff
to
they
me, I'm
did
losing
with
my
like
job.
opening
I'm telling you
opening
what.
the ice cream
And
and licking
licking
it.
it,
That's the
yeah.
same type of.
That's literally breaking the law, and that's also literally breaking the
yes, exactly.
law. Nah, you don't want to slap your teeth, no matter how good that PE teacher looks. You know.
Hey, I know. Yeah.
Don't do it,
Don't do
kids.
it. Don't do it.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Joe.
Today I learned that art used to be an Olympic sport from 1912 to 1948. It was split into 5 general categories: architecture, literature, music, painting, and sculpting. The competition was dropped because artists were considered professionals, while at the time the games only allowed amateurs to compete.
How would you judge that though? It's art.
In the eye of the beholder. right?
Exactly.
It is.
So whoever's the judge is
Like I don't think Mona
what if
Lisa
that
is
judge
that
just
great,
likes
but
one-
apparently it is.
exactly.
Yeah.
One
I just
style of
see
art
some
over
chick-
the other. I only like rock music, so all this crap is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They,
that's
they had the best art critiques in the world, Adrian.
again
In
to each their own.
1948.
You see some art, you're like, somebody just drew a line, and that's
Have you
considered
guys seen that-
$20,000 painting.
No, have you guys seen that damn banana taped to the canvas? Somebody literally
Yeah.
had a white canvas, got a banana, duct taped it on there, and it sold for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Jesse, can we get it pulled up just so I can
my
show these guys?
God,
That's
Search
ridiculous.
banana taped to canvas.
people will
See,
pay
that's
for
just
anything.
like some of the NFTs that are going around. Some of the stuff that they're
yeah, some
digitally
crazy,
selling.
yeah.
Who would buy that?
People would pay for anything. That look, that's
Wow.
wow. 102.
And then he ate it.
He took it off the wall and ate it.
Wait, is he the one that bought it, or he just saw the artwork, quote unquote, and then just ate it?
Yeah.
He
I
removed
don't-
a $120,000 banana from an expedition. So how is it based on? How is it $120,000?
That's how much they sold it for.
Yeah,
yeah,
they had a.
yeah. So the
they had an
art
auction.
piece got sold for $120,000. There were 3 editions of banana tape installation. 2 bananas had sold for around $120,000.
Wow. So there was more than one.
There was 3 in total. Well, I'm telling you.
People will pay for anything. That's just ridiculous.
120
If you got $120,000 for a banana duct tape, can I get $120,000?
Somebody give me an apple so I can take
Joe,
it.
we're making the wrong kind of art, dude. I mean,
For
seriously.
real.
A banana taped to a canvas, $120,000.
Man.
I wonder how well that would have done in the Olympics.
Goodness.
I would guarantee that would do terribly.
I want to know how much
Oh
that
my
cost. What
God.
that had to cost with the banana, like 20 cents, duct tape, a couple dollars, maybe $1 if you go to Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Canvas, maybe, 10,
My
20
boy was
bucks.
hustling. He said, "Watch me flip
$25.
this."
Oh wait, that's not the.
That's
Danish artist
That
delivered
dude-
2 blank canvases for $84,000. What
Blank-
the
Blank
heck?
canvas.
I
is
heard
so
about
crazy.
this.
It's a banana.
Is this
He
the
ate
one?
the banana. He
Is
said
this the
no.
one where
Okay,
he said
I'm-
"take the money and run" is what it was called or
I'm
something?
so dumbfounded by this right
That's
now.
the one. Take the money and run. I think we did that on one of the last. What you call it?
Oh, we did?
Today I
Oh,
learned.
okay.
Remember, he said he titled it "Take the Money and Run."
Oh, okay.
He got paid
Wow.
to do
I
it.
don't remember this, but $84,000 for how much did he pay for the canvas?
That,
About it. It was a pretty big canvas.
So
maybe
maybe $100,
$200.
okay.
But my boy flipped it. Boy, we in the wrong
Man,
business, Joe.
I need to start painting
Oh
and
my-
taping
Or
stuff
not
to things.
painting, and in that,
Or
because I mean,
Just flick paint at things and just say, hey, who wants to buy this?
We got art for sale.
Man.
Jeez. Okay, I think we're done with it today. I learned. Oh, we have one more? Okay, yeah, that's right. We did have one more. Adele asked Spotify to remove the default shuffle button for albums, and they obliged. Adele got
Why?
that much power?
all right.
But it's just for her art, I would assume,
All
right?
albums.
All albums, all artists.
They're full albums. You can't shuffle through. You listen to them the way they wanted you to listen to them.
I could see that for the first listen, but that should not be a permanent thing because that is awful. When I've listened to albums for the first time, I do listen to it from beginning to end.
Yeah, exactly.
And then,
But if
the
you
second time around, I'm
enjoy
on
it, you
shuffle.
just want to hear whatever, whenever
Also, like,
happens.
like an example.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
True.
but
I don't
need to
even
look more
use.
into
I
this.
really don't even use Spotify, honestly.
Okay,
but-
true. I have Spotify. I know there's a bunch of different streaming platforms. I use Spotify. I need to actually pull up my phone and look. Actually, while we're on the air, guys, we're going on Spotify right now. Adele, damn it, are you messing with me right now?
Let's see what's going on right now.
Okay.
So click on an album.
I'm on an. Let me. No, what happened here?
Look at her album 30. Well,
Okay. Oh, I guess I'm gonna go. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it just Adele or is it all artists? 30.
nope, no shuffle.
Oh crap!
No shuffle. Play. I got shuffle on there. Strangers
Or is
by
that
Nature.
repeat?
What's the next song? Easy on Me.
That just
No, yeah, it shuffles. There's the shuffle. There's the repeat. Oh, well, I don't know what's going on with that today. I learned.
Previously pressing the play button for an album on Spotify auto shuffled songs rather than playing them in order an artist intended. The shuffle feature is still available when playing an individual track from an album, with the main play button no longer defaults to playing an album song out of order.
Oh, so if you play the album, it'll actually just go in order. If you just hit the play button.
Oh, but if you hit
If
the
you
next,
hit one of the songs, it'll
Well-
play out of order.
well,
Or
what
play
I just
shuffle.
did, what I just did, I pressed the next button and it shuffled it.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming if you just hit play and don't touch it,
Exactly.
it'll play in
Play
order.
Even if
Okay.
it's on shuffle, is what it's
Yeah,
saying,
even
right?
if it's
Yeah.
on shuffle. Oh,
Oh,
that's
wow.
weird. No, I would say a big no on this Spotify, but
Hey,
I will say I do listen to an album
Why does
as
she
it's meant
care
to
that
be the
much?
first time around.
Who cares how they consume it? As long
And
as
how does
they
one artist
consume-
have so much power?
And as long as they
Anyway.
consume it, who cares? That's what I say.
Is that the last one? Is that
Adele,
it?
you pissed us all off.
Yeah. Let's
We're gonna
just
make
end
sad
it, man.
songs about you now.
Just
All right, guys. Did you guys learn anything interesting? Let us know below. Come talk to us,
You
Joe.
want something done? Ask Adele. That's what I learned.
Yeah.
Well, this part is my favorite part. We're getting into creative of the week because we like to highlight some creatives. Whether you do music, painting, or whatever you're going to do, dance, submit your stuff to us and we'll put it up for everybody to see. This week, the creative of the week is LexoExo Tha Rap Godess, a female artist that's pretty dope. I rapped with her one time in one of the shows I was at, and she was kind of cool, so I decided to put her up there. She has a song called Don't Trust, and that's what we're gonna see. Let us know if she did the damn thing.
I don't fuck with these niggas, I don't trust these niggas, I don't fuck with these bitches, I don't trust these bitches, I don't fuck with these niggas, I don't trust these hoes, cause these niggas and these bitches will try to play you close. It's a cold ass game, that's just how this story go. Don't try to act like you already know. I don't fuck with these niggas, I don't trust these hoes, cause these niggas and these bitches will try to play you close. It's a cold ass game, that's just how the story go. Don't try to act like you already know. At the end of the day, I gotta watch watch my back. Is this road that I'm taking going down the wrong path? I just wanna move forward and try not to look back. Times change, things change, people change, and that's just facts. Came from doing drugs to getting drunk, to forget the pain and then become numb. I be on the edge, getting ready to jump, contemplating suicide. Do I live or do I die? The only thing that's on my mind, I don't even know why. If you look me in my face, do you see it in my eyes? I be thinking shit's fine, but shit, I'll be alright. I'm just glad I'm still alive, but I still don't fuck with these. Fuck with these niggas, I don't trust these hoes, cause these niggas and these bitches will try to play you close. It's a cold ass game, that's just how this story goes. Don't try to act like you already know. I don't fuck with these niggas, I don't trust these hoes, cause these niggas and these bitches will try to play you close. It's a cold ass game, that's just how the story goes. Don't try to act like you already know. I be on my boss shit, all the shit caution. If you approach me, better use caution. Watch emotions, people acting like they know me. I be contemplating homicide. Do you live or do you die? I got murder on my mind, think about it all the time. It's replaying in my head the way I'm about to leave them dead. If they playing with my bread, I need cheese, no sandwich spread. I just do this shit like Nike, ain't nobody else just like me. And they wanna feature with me, but my music is too pricey. And I gotta tuck these jewels around my neck cause I'm too icy. I know that's why they don't like me. You don't like it, well then fight me. I ain't about to let them try me, and I wish a bitch would, cause I'm gon' do a grimy. And like I said, I don't fuck with these niggas, I don't trust these hoes, cause these niggas and these bitches will try to play you close. It's a cold ass game, that's just how this story goes. Don't try to act like you already know. I don't fuck with these niggas, I don't trust these hoes, cause these niggas and these bitches will try to play you close. It's a cold ass game, that's just how the story goes. Don't try to act like you already know.
Well, welcome back. That was LexoExo Tha Rap Godess. Let us know if she did the damn thing. You know, she was cool. I like the visuals and everything like that.
I like the verses in that song.
The verses in the song was
nice.
dope. Yeah, I like
nice.
those. I like those. But yeah, let us know if you did the damn thing down below.
Down below, guys. And we're just going to go ahead and sign off. We want to thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you guys subscribe, share, like. We're on YouTube, the OMG TV. Check us out, theomgbrand.com, and we'll be back next time with another episode for you guys. Until then,
deuces.
Peace.
OMG, where we keep going cause the party don't stop. We turn up, doing our thing, just living our lives, and we don't stop. Open my group so you know we won't flop. We on top, come to the party, you don't wanna